about the topics from sports, entertainment, politics, pop culture. We are the culture. V.M.O Radio. Live and direct. V.M.O Radio, live and direct. V.M.O Radio, live and direct. V.M.O Radio.
Hey, welcome to another episode of V.M.O Radio. That's right, V.M.O Radio. V.M.O stands for Voice of My Opinion. That's what we're going to do here every Sunday. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We're about to introduce ourselves, man. Let's get it going. So, first up right now, we got GT, the actor Gartrell. Man, what you got to say to the people?
What's going on, good people? Glad to be back. I missed the last couple of weeks because I've been out of town, but I'm back in town, and we about to do this thing. So y'all tune in because y'all ain't gonna want to miss this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, we keep it going. All right, next we got Trenell Smith, aka Trey, man of a million jobs. What you got to say to the people, man?
Yo, what's up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Y'all tune in. Y'all know it's going to be on. The show going to be popping tonight. Thank y'all for looking on at us. Let's get ready to get it, y'all. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, we got the one and only Don Grizzle coming to the stage, man. Mr. Philosopher himself. What you got to say to the people, man?
Yeah, man, you already know, man. It's your favorite's favorite. And you do know that. So stay tuned. We about to tap in, lock in, and get it in. Is you ready for that?
Hey, there it is.
Yes, sir.
All right, and last but not least, you got me, James Calhoun, aka James V.M.O. We about to dive right into it, man. So let's get it. These topics going. All right, so now we all trying to get into the entertainment industry. You know what I'm saying? Break into that industry. So the first topic is this right here. With the challenges of making it in this industry, what are you willing to do to make it? Okay? It can be a wide range of things. Something small, something simple, or it can be like, you know what? Gotta do some dark shit. So, y'all trying to break into this entertainment industry, what are you willing to do to make it? Who want to go first?
Well, I can say this. I ain't going to no Diddy parties.
I can say that too. I was thinking in my head, I'm not going to do the party.
Not at all.
Ain't doing shit.
No Hollywood Diddy parties. And definitely, if I ever hook up with Tyler Perry, I ain't putting on no wig. I ain't playing no gay roles. I ain't got no problem with gay people because I'm friends with a lot of them, but I'm just not going to do it. Because for one, Denzel ain't never do it, and look how far he came. Look how many Grammys and Oscars Denzel has. He's never put on the wig, never put on the dress, never kissed a man. That's my role model right there, Denzel. I'm trying to be the next Denzel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So Tyler Perry calls you up right now and says, you know what? I got 20 million for you right now. You got to kiss a man. You ain't going to take it?
And I'll tell Tyler Perry to kiss my ass.
Kiss these, Tyler. Kiss these. Okay. Rock-a-bye, baby.
So, GT, I know exactly what you mean, and we get the meaning. But just on the technicality, because I know you're a man's man, but I think, and I just want to suggest that you might want to rephrase that, because if you're saying I would not want to kiss a man, but I'm telling another man to kiss my ass, that is just you know what I'm saying? Like you might
twice in the same spot on the same cheek.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to be clarification. You know what I'm saying?
Because he know good. He know good and well that every man don't have to portray that guy that beats on a woman, and we don't all have to be drug dealers. It's men out here that's doing good. Because think about it, Daddy's little girl, Idris Elba. That was a great movie. Why a lot of his movies can't be like that? All the black men got to be gay. They got to be beating on women, and they got to be in jail or slanging drugs. that's what they depict of us, and that's not all of us. That's a percentage of us, but not all us are like that. And I mean,
Right.
I could probably ever play the role of a drug dealer, like maybe Ghost on Power or something like that. But getting back to stuff like the Cosby Show, I don't think we ever gonna get those kind of shows back. So what's the reality of today's type show is most people they don't want to see stuff like Blackish because that show didn't last long. It got canceled. They was trying to depict a type of a Cosby Show that's an educational type show that shows a black man doing good with his family, and he's a family man, married with kids and everything else. But in today's society, people look at that, oh, that's boring. Ain't no drug dealing, and ain't no killing, ain't no sex, ain't no this and that. So it's boring to the general audience because they're used to stuff like The Wire, Oz. They want to see these kind of shows that got some killing in it. And I ain't gonna lie, I mean, I watch all the Queen's Men, but it's different. It's different levels to that show. It ain't just about male strippers because some of these dudes are some stone cold killers. And whatever madam tell them to do, if she tell, hey, I need you to take James out tonight, which one of y'all gonna do it? I do it for you, madam. They'll be quick to take you out, James. And it's just like how they gonna do it and how they gonna go about making you disappear and not leaving a trail. That's the kind of stuff I'd be interested in. I'm like, man, I could play one of these roles. Like maybe I could play a detective on here, or I could be like somebody's brother. But I ain't got the physique to be no dancer, so I can't do that. I can't apply for that until I get right in the gym. But these are the type of shows that Tyler Perry's producing that. And he actually got some good writing in that because Christian Keys actually wrote this, and he got majority ownership of All the Queen's Men because it was based off a book that he wrote. So when you got Christian Keys and Tyler Perry linked up, they got some good writing, they got some good actors in there. So it shows like that. But then when we talk about stuff like P Valley, that's a whole nother level.
I was about to say that. So you gonna join P Valley?
I'll play a cop. Even though I don't like to get typecast as a cop, I'll be a bouncer. I'll be a patron. I'll be something. I ain't gonna be like Uncle whatever his name is, and what's the Little Murder? Can't do that. Can't play Little Murder because now think about it. He's married with kids, but what kind of paycheck did he accept in order to kiss a man and really kiss a man and just like do some of the stuff he did? Like I got a 20-year-old son. My son ain't about to watch his daddy on TV kiss another man, and I'm out here telling him you need to be a man.
Got a point. Yeah.
Okay, I think I said enough. I'm gonna give somebody else a chance.
I tell you what. I was in that gospel stage play, a couple of them, and I played a homosexual, and so I don't think I ever play a role like that again or whatever. But I didn't have to kiss no man or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I did it because the woman who hired me to do it, she was cool, and I was just trying to look out for her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like GT, you know what I'm saying? If I get a role in something, I'm not wearing no wig. I'm not wearing no dress. I'm not playing no homosexual roles at all. It's not going to happen. I mean, I wouldn't mind being a drug dealer, killer, nothing like that. Okay, whatever. I really don't want to do that. I really want to get on here and do something positive. You feel what I'm saying? But if I got to, be a killer or something like that in a take a part, I'll take that. But putting on a dress, it's a no. And I'm not gonna do like they say these actors doing little sexual favors for each other in order for them to get on top. I'm not doing that either.
Mm-hmm.
Not going. You look, my ass is an exit, not a motherfucking entrance. You ain't going in there. You feel what I'm saying? Don't ask me to kiss nobody because I'm not kissing nobody. It's not gonna happen. I'm a grown ass man. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm tired of looking at TV and see all the homosexuality that's going on. They just doing that shit openly. Like I said, I ain't got nothing against them. I love them to death. Everything cool. But, just a damn mop commercial. Y'all, two dudes in there. Timmy, don't do that. Get the mopping glove. Okay, I got you. No. What's the fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing? The little boys, they had a little drag queen show I seen or something, little junior drag or something. I'm like,
Really?
what? Yeah, I said, what is this? Children? I said, no. So, like I said, I done done some crazy shit for some money. Don't get me wrong, but for me to be in entertainment business, I'm not gonna do anything that I don't want. I'm not gonna do anything that's against my will. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not kissing no dude to get up, come up, and everything. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not. I'm
Okay.
not.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
not.
you see, Will Smith did it, and look at his family dynamics now.
Right. Right.
And he one of the highest paid
Right.
actors in the industry, 20 million per movie. But yet, his first role, he kissed another dude. And look at the dysfunctional shit that's going on in his family now.
That's true. That's true.
His kids are identifying themselves as we, them, they, us. I mean, I don't know. Like, you got to identify them as we. How we doing? You know,
Oh no, the question is
I
how
don't
they do.
understand it.
Yeah. Yeah. They out there. Willow, yeah. Jaden, yeah, man. They out there. True.
But see, the oldest son, Trey, he ain't even on the scene. He ain't got nothing to do with none of that. You know, he played his football, high school football, college football, and he don't want to be associated with none of that. He chilling with his mama.
Hey, she covering them. 100%. 100%. Hey Don, what you got to say, man?
Yeah, man. Repeat the question again, brother.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So in the entertainment industry, you know what I'm saying? We all trying to break into it, man. You know, we're all trying to go to that next step. You know, what are you willing to do to make it in that industry?
Well, I mean, you got to look at what the requirements are. You know what I'm saying? And again, you know, what's on the table with those requirements of quote unquote what it might, you know, take to actually be in the business. And so upon that, then that's to me where you can decide, you know, what you would or what you wouldn't do. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like the fella spoke, you know, there's certain things is of course is just, you know, off the table as a man and how you want to be represented or how you want to be depicted. You know what I mean? But when you look at, you know, some of the, you know, stories and conversation, you know, we've been talking about tonight, you already see what some of the requirements are, you know, for you to be at a certain level. And so, you know, to me, I think, you know what I mean, for me personally, you know, that's why, and looking at the industry, I don't really know if the industry are fit for me as far as what I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So in my mindset, personally, you know what I mean, where it's at and wherever it go is where it go. But you know what I mean? To me, the vessel and the vehicle, you know what I'm saying, the talent and the gift, you know what I'm saying, it's got to be used way to honor the person that gave it. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and I get it's a delicate, you know, slope because, you know, to me, the other side of that question that I do think about, and it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, okay, is that wrong? Not saying all of the people that we discussed tonight are doing it in that way, but if some of the people that's actually at those levels and doing those, you know, dastardly things that they had to do to get there, if it's a big if, but if they were looking at it with what comes with it, how many people can I help and how many lives can I change? You know what I'm saying? I got to do this negative thing, but this negative thing is actually going to be a positive thing of the people that I might can impact or might can help in a way, right? So what I'm saying with that is like take Will Smith, for example, and some of the things, you know what I'm saying, we mentioned, right? But people have watched his movies. People have been inspired, you know what I'm saying, by his movies. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the joint with him and his son? You know what I'm saying? Where
Pursuit of happiness.
Pursuit of happiness, yeah.
happiness. You know what I'm saying? He made a joint like that. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like, you know, everything like that a lot of times with me, I realize, and that's kind of what we discussing, and hopefully, you know, the people listening and checking it out understand. A lot of things in life are subjective. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like talking about Tyler Perry and everything. In my opinion, what I feel like with him is he wants to be able to kind of use that vehicle to show people that it's positive, but then the bullshit that might come along with it. Because you know what I'm saying? He like, y'all gonna majority want me to kind of depict this, drug dealers, the gay, the this, that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then, like GT said, he gonna slide a good one in there. You know what I'm saying? Like with Idris Elba. You know what I mean? Or however you say his name, whatever. You know what I mean? But so that to me is why the question is very polarizing, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I feel like what's gonna be weighed is your intention. You know what I'm saying? Your intention, what's gonna be weighed. So if you step project and you're wanting to show the range that you have as a talent, you know, actress or actor or whatever, and you want to show that range, could it be your intention is for you to see if you can go to another level versus how people gonna take it and respond to it? So that's just kind of my take on it, bro.
Okay, all right. So if if somebody was to offer you $30 million, like, you know what? I need you to do something a little different. Let's say, you know, in the film with Martin Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? The new Big Mama's coming out. You know what? I need you to wear a dress. Would you do that for $30 million?
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, if a person moved by money, they gonna do anything, right?
But y'all also got to keep in mind, Brandon Jackson played that role on Big Mama's House, and he said that was one of the biggest mistakes he ever made, putting on that dress.
Because he probably got to a part where he realized, hey, this money me, you know what I'm saying? This money shit don't move me. And to me, I think it takes a bigger man to stand up and say that, or just be quiet about it. Because again, the pathway that you're gonna take, or the way that you're gonna roll, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Is sometimes it's crowded, sometimes ain't nobody on that road with you. But so that means you are always on the road. And so whatever you do, you know, for every action, there's a reaction. So, you know what I'm saying? But you got to take into account and live with yourself what you can live with. You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't necessarily, it's observational, but I don't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, try to put it on what the next person needed to do to get to wherever they at. I only know what it takes for me to get there. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, $30 million, you know what I'm saying? Yes, a lot of money. It's life-changing money. There's a lot of things that you could do with that. But to sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, your integrity and who you are and how you've been rocking since birth, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been rocking like this since birth, bro. Like, since my feet hit the ground. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, at the end of the day, and it ain't no disrespect to the industry. Oh, how could you turn down that money and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We all born to do certain things in life. You know what I mean? What it is. And so, however, you know, like I said before, however my gift can be used or whatever to like Trey said, be positive and help and impact lives in a impactful way. That's, you know, something that's going to be long standing for them. You know what I mean? Whether it's a laugh, whether it's a conversation, whatever it is, then that's where I'm at with it. And so again, the industry have to adjust to me. That's the way I see it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to stay in control, even if I put it on cruise control, if you dig that, then you dig it and you're under it. You understand? You
Just like
understand?
that. It's an understand. It's an understand.
And brother's gonna work it out.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna say the question one more time, and then I'm gonna talk about it myself. So, all right. So, hey, oh, of course, hey, thank you everybody, man, for joining. You know what I'm saying? We already just hit over 6,000 views right now with the likes, man. Keep sharing it, pushing it out, man. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna keep rocking. All right. So again, the question is, so in the entertainment industry, you know what I'm saying? We're all actors, we're comedians, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to go to that next level. You know, what are you willing to do to make it? You know, so with me, you know, just like, hey, everybody was saying, I'm with you 100%. I'm not going to jeopardize myself and my integrity just for money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sell my soul for money. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure I stand on my square and that I'm good to go. You know, like GT said, hey, he has kids. You know, he got a 20-year-old son. I got sons, you know what I'm saying? I got a daughter. They're looking up to me 100% of the time. You know, they can't see me kissing another man. They can't see me wearing a dress, no matter how much money I make. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure that I'm a positive role model for my kids and also for myself. Oh, he flashing the shirt. There you go. There you go. Merch coming soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Merch coming soon.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother. I was just trying to, yeah.
Hey, it's all good, dude. Hey, it's all good. But yeah, no, man. So I mean, just in this entertainment industry, you got to make sure that you keep who you are, your integrity, and don't lose yourself. I think that's what many people like fear, like just get lost in that vein. Just get lost in that money, that check. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I may have wore a dress, but you know, I still got paid. Or you know, oh, I may, you know, kiss the man, but you know, I'm not gay. It don't matter. But in the back of your mind, you're like, wait a minute. It's eating away at me because you know that's not me. That's not my integrity. Going to, hey, I'll have you play a killer. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what was James doing? Hey, he was chopping up motherfuckers, putting them in the freezer. I do that all day. Wouldn't play that. Gotcha, serial killer.
But you know something, James? Let me interrupt you for a second. People don't know how deep it is when it comes to acting. They think, oh, we just get a script and read it and get in front of the camera. No, you got to really understand that character and you got to fully be in character. So even if it's a man kissing a woman, it ain't just like, oh, I'm just gonna kiss him one, then that's it. No, you might have to rehearse that scene several times because they might have to shoot it from different angles. The director might say, I want you to get in a little bit closer. Pretend that that's your wife. Kiss her like you kissing your wife. Because I'm that type of person. I can watch a movie. I'm gonna just throw it out there. I can watch a Tubi movie and I can see somebody playing husband and wife, and the husband will give his wife a little church hug, a little side hug with one arm and kiss her on the cheek. And me being an actor, I'm gonna be like, you know what? That don't even look real. That looks so superficial. Like, are they like in real life they don't like each other or something, or they just are
Right.
they having issues with this scene? Like, I want to see. I want because the of an actor is to make your audience believe that it's real. And
Respect that
the more
genuine.
the more genuine and authentic that it is, the more engaged your audience is gonna be. And you're gonna be like, man, but that kiss was real. Like they locked lips. Like that was, yeah, that's enough to have her husband or his wife mad. Like they did a good job. So if you gotta play the role of kissing a man, two men kissing, it's that deep. Just like a woman. So you can't tell me, oh, that's fake. And no, it's a lot more in depth than what people who are not actors that don't know about this. Because you really sometimes people got to go through therapy when they do stuff like that because that really messes with your head. And a lot of times people don't know as an actor, there's been scenes in movies where if somebody had to play a slave and what you had to go through in that scene, you might have to get some mental help because you might have a nervous breakdown. Because you see, Kerry Washington had a nervous breakdown when she played that role on Django, and Jamie Foxx had to basically talk her off the ledge. he had to calm her down in order for her to finish that part in that scene where they threw her in the little hole in the ground and kept her
Yeah.
there. Like that really messed with her head. And Kerry Washington is a phenomenal actress, but that really messed with her head, and she had to get therapy because of that. So people don't know. They think, oh, I can be an actor. No, everybody can't be an actor. This ain't for everybody. You really got to go through some stuff, and you got to learn how to do this craft. So that's why they say go to acting school, take classes, go to workshops, because they don't know. Like even when just hugging somebody, you got to do it the right way, or else you're gonna have a sexual harassment lawsuit against you.
Facts. Facts. Also, a little bit about mental health. So, like Michael B. Jordan, after he played, in Black Panther, he had to go therapy as well. You know what I'm saying? He said that really just kept him up at night. It started eating away at him. And just how deep he had to go for that role. And just like you said, man, I mean, people really don't understand. So when you're method acting, you really, that person really have to develop these mannerisms, these characteristics like 24/7. Like especially if you're in like a major blockbuster film like that, getting paid $40 million, $50 million, like you have to be that person. And you got to be able to turn it off when it's time to turn it off. Being able to come back is draining. I'm sure a lot of people, they just crack. So there's a lot to go into it. Okay, man, I like this topic though, man. Yo, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna go to the next topic. We're gonna keep it moving. All right, so it was a little light. I like this one though. So, who is your top 5 rappers of all time, and why? Or it can even be artists. I see you got the Prince shirt on the background. It can be artists. You got to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
He in the top 5, of course. Top 5. MJ, Prince. Let me see. Tupac, of course, because that's my all-time favorite rapper.
Okay.
So I got to put Charlie Wilson out there too, because I grew up with the Gap Band, and Uncle Charlie is still putting it down. Can't nobody touch him vocally right now. And then of course R. Kelly. I ain't talking about Robert Kelly. I'm talking about R. Kelly, the singer.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay.
So they can keep R. Kelly, they can keep Robert Kelly under the prison, but R. Kelly, they need to free him, man, because his music is gonna forever be great. He is the king of R&B, and yes, I said it here live on V.M.O. Radio. R. Kelly is the king of R&B, not Bobby Brown. He's the king of ribs and barbecue, but R. Kelly is the king of R&B.
Okay.
It's my prerogative. I do what I want to do. It's my prerogative. Hey, yes, sir.
I'm around.
Yes, sir. Mess around with them Browns, because they, them dudes be beating on their old ladies. Robert Brown, James Brown, shit, Chris Brown. Shit, hey, y'all better watch out for them Brown boys. I'm glad I'm a Smith. But what's up, though? What's that next topic? I need to know.
Oh, hey, the next topic is right here, man. Who is your top 5 artists of all time? Whether it's a rapper, singer, and why?
Oh, man. Top 5 artists.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Huh?
I like Eminem because Eminem is just a lyrical genius. And so, yeah, he put it down from day one. He been the man with the master plan. I also like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson really my number one. I just loved Mike when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Cause he was the man. You know, he always made amazing music that was very positive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That one he made, that Free Willy, on the Free Willy soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, Mike had you crying, boy. Mike had you crying. You hear me? You could be big as the rock, but you sitting there crying, letting it flow. Mike put it on you, under dig. And then, in another actor, another one of my people I like is Jim Carrey as an actor, because he's an incredible actor.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I mean? So I haven't seen that one film that he's in that I didn't really like. So, you know, and then of course, let's see. I love Red Fox. He's a very good comedian or whatever. One of the greatest of all times. And I loved everything about him. So yeah. And then last but not least, motherfucking Bernie Mac. Feel what I'm saying? That's my motherfucking nigga. Shit. Somebody better motherfucking tell you what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I love Bernie Mac, man, because he like to beat on kids and everything. He always threaten them and shit like that. Because and I wish he was alive now. We can kick some of these kids' ass now. They bust them YNs upside the head with a motherfucking hammer. You feel what I'm saying? Like straight up. Bernie
Bust
Mac.
the head to the white meat.
What's that? Gay something. Bust your motherfucking head to the white meat. You feel what I'm saying? Shit. I'm gonna do something to you, motherfucker. But nah, man, on a serious tip though, you know what I'm saying? Bernie Mac, that's the greatest of all time. So those are my top 5.
All right. I see you changed and added some actors in there. You know, I was like artists, musicians, and stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. I thought you was like, you know, I thought, okay, well, yeah, I don't. Well, okay, well, let's see. I said, what did I say? Michael Jackson, and I said, Michael Jackson, and who else I say? Mystical.
Okay, I like Mystical.
I said Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem.
Oh yeah, I like Mystical too, because I mean Mystical, he was real good. I like him, and I like Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes real good. And I love Prince. I love his music. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. I see y'all. Don't have me go over there in my car to put my shirt on. On the next show I'm gonna have a half a Prince shirt on and a half a VMO.
Hey. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Grizzle, give us the top 5, Grizzle.
The top 5. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, off of the top, I'm gonna go with, of course, you know, some of the names have been mentioned. That, like you said, they were really, you know what I'm saying, do it for me. So MJ, I'm gonna go MJ, Prince, Bob Marley,
Okay.
Snoop, and Otis Redding. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. MJ, Prince. You know what I'm saying? Bob Marley, Snoop, Otis Redding. Yeah. That's my top 5 right there. Because at any given time, one of them records is being played in the whip. You know what I'm saying? At any given time. You know what I mean? You know, Bob is just, to me, Bob's music, when I got hooked on the Bob Marley music, because to me, music, it's a vibe, of course. It's vibrations, it's sound, it's frequency, and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's you know, got into just like them kind of island vibrations. But you know what I'm saying? Also in the history of what Bob was doing. But MJ, man, like, yo, I mean, in '84 when Cuz hit Cuz hit the moonwalk on the joint, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life, man. And Prince, Purple Rain, the creativity, you know what I'm saying? Snoop, I mean, as far as an entertainer in the game that's done multiple things and still continue, you know, to reinvent himself and do this kind of that kind of album, you know what I'm saying? Again, it's layers to that type of, to me, that type of to stretch over time and do certain things. So that's why I give a shout out to Snoop. And then yeah, Otis Redding, man. Like when I want to feel something in my soul, man, I throw on some Otis Redding. Yo, that brother was singing, he sings oh man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got some records that you just gonna feel in your soul. You know what I mean? Like it ain't just singing and painting. Like it's coming from a place in that man's soul. So yeah, that's my top 5, man.
What's up, man? That's what's up. All right. Oh, I'm gonna say the question one more time, man. And again, we just hit over 10,000 likes right now, man. People viewing, man. Appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. Let's go, let's go, let's go. That's it. Definitely, man. Share it, man. Share it out. Share the live out. Share the live out. All right, man. So the topic right here is, who is your top 5? So artists, either rappers, musicians, whatever it is. So for me, my top 5 is Tupac, Biggie. I'm gonna say MJ and Usher. So, and you know what? I'm gonna throw Eminem in there too, because I like Eminem. So I guess that's 6. But
Right.
yeah, hey, I like Eminem too, man. I ain't gonna lie. After seeing 8
8
Mile,
Mile, yeah.
yeah, man, and that lose yourself in the music the moment you want it, you better. I was like, okay. Just that, man.
Yes,
Yeah, that creativity, man. It's just like, okay, all right. And then, man, of course, you know, I like Biggie. You know what I'm saying, man? Just, you know, what he was able to do with flipping some of the songs he got. Like, Juicy. Juicy. That's it. That's it. You know, Tupac, man, just from him, just his music, and then of course his acting, going, you know, playing Bishop, and then just back and forth, just connecting, man, just and doing something at such a young age. Where it was like back. You know, he died when he was 25. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, how was he able to do that so fast? And it's just like the way he thought and how he handled himself was just different. He could be a calm, chill dude, but then he can go from 0 to 100 fast. And it's like, okay, but people still respect you. People still want to follow you, connect with you, which is a whole different energy, I guess, he put out there. And then, you know, of course, MJ, you know, just I like when he's from the Jackson 5, man, and just on his phone, man, just killing it, man. So yeah, those my top right there.
Cool.
Yeah, man. But I got another topic though, man, coming up. A little bit about Tyler Perry, but it's gonna make people think.
Uh-oh.
So like y'all listen to how I'm gonna say it. So Tyler Perry was recently on an interview. All right. And he said that he gave a call to Ryan Coogler and he helped him set up that deal he got with Sinners. Now, should he have kept his mouth quiet, kept it to himself, or do what he did and put it out there in the world? What y'all think about it?
Well, if he had anything to do with helping him get that movie started and created, because I, for one, I absolutely love that movie. I done heard the positive side, I done heard the negative side of that movie, but I went to the movies to see it. And I bought it on Amazon, so I can, and it's on HBO Max, and it's on HBO now. So if you haven't, whoever's watching this podcast right now, if you haven't seen Sinners, watch it. Despite what everybody else say, get your own feel for the movie and see. But that was a great movie. The way that he actually, the way everything was set up to the type of clothes that the people wore, the type of cars that people drove, the mannerisms, and the way people acted back then, and how you had to move. Everything was on point, spot on point. And he wrote that movie in 2 months, I think. From what I heard, he wrote that movie in 2 months. And for him to have written a movie like that detailed in 2 months, the collaboration, Tyler Perry, Ryan Coogler, was amazing. And I don't know if he got any funding from Tyler Perry to shoot that, or if they did it at Tyler Perry's studio. I don't know, or if they filmed it in Mississippi. But everything was done tastefully and, in order. I enjoyed it, and I wish I could have been one of the cast of that movie, because that was excellent work. And hats off to Michael B. Jordan, because for him to play two different roles of the same person but with a twin, and he was the twin. So it's gonna be kind of hard lighting a cigarette and handing it to yourself. But he made that work. And the dynamics, everything was, I give it 2 thumbs up. That movie was excellent.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna bring it back to the question though. So do you think that Tyler Perry is trying to just capture some of that, I guess, attention? I'm saying attention, publicity that Sinners got by saying, you know what? Hey, I helped him secure that deal. Y'all should really be thanking me. Or could have been like, keep my mouth shut.
Well, either way you look at it, even if Tyler Perry said, "Hey, I funded the whole movie," or "I choreographed the whole movie," it don't matter. Ryan Coogler is the producer, and it's an excellent movie. And Tyler Perry's name ain't nowhere in them credits, because I didn't see it in them credits.
I didn't either.
So regardless of what he did, that was still Ryan Coogler's vision. It wasn't Tyler Perry's vision, or else we would have seen Tyler Perry's emblem at the bottom of that film when it went off. So if he even gave $10,000 to help fund it, thank you, Tyler Perry. But we still got to give thanks to Ryan Coogler, because that was his vision and that was his dream and his production, and he made it happen. And I believe he would have made it happen with or without Tyler, because Ryan Coogler produced Black Panther. Tyler Perry ain't had nothing to do with Black Panther. Everything Ryan Coogler touches good.
Yeah, you gotta give it to him. Yeah, even back with Fruitville Station.
Right.
Yeah, man. So okay. All right, Trey, what you got to think? What you got to say, man?
I don't think he should have said nothing. I think he should have just if he did anything, kept it to himself. I mean, don't try to shine. I mean, the man did good. I mean, are you mad because they didn't say nothing about you or something? I mean, you have done a lot for the community. You have done a lot, and I take my hat off to you, but some stuff was understood don't got to be explained. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you did something, whatever. You don't got to talk about it. If I talked about how much stuff I do for people, man, look here. That'd be crazy. Just you did your thing, that's it. You did your thing, that was it. I mean, you ain't had to say nothing about it. So that's all I got to say about it. I think that he should say anything about it. I think he should have kept it to himself, and that's it. If you did a good deed, you did a good deed. It's not for everybody to know. That's between you and that man. And if that man wanted you to get recognition for something, he would have said something himself, like, "Hey, I want to give a shout out to Tyler Perry. I probably couldn't did this without him," or whatever. Let him do it, not you. Let him say something. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when it really looks good, when you do something for a person, because they give you recognition for what you have done for them.
That's right. Okay. All right. Okay, gotcha. Now, what you got to say, man?
Yeah, what's the brother?
Oh yeah. So this topic right here. So Tyler Perry, he did an interview. He said that in the interview he called up Ryan Coogler and he helped him, get that deal done with Sinners. The historic deal, you know what I'm saying, to where like he's gonna be paid residuals pretty much for the rest of his life, that ownership aspect. Should he have kept that to himself, saying Tyler Perry, or was it okay for him to just say that out to the world?
And again, I think it's judged on the intention. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know what I'm saying, on one side, you know what I mean, again, to me, what you're doing it for. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want the accolades or you want, the cheers and this, that, and the third, or you want everybody to know that, this, so that would be on that man's heart with that. But then the other side, that I could see, him, and you know what I'm saying? You know, that's a message could be, kind of sent out to the higher ups. You know what I'm saying? That I had a hand in this. So when it comes to getting deals done and green lighting the right things, you know what I'm saying? This is why when I'm in these meetings negotiating and saying, you know what I'm saying, hey, this is gonna work, or I need this, then revert back to what Sinners did. I had a hand in that. So that's what I'm saying. If he's using it as a message to send to the higher ups in those circles, that's one thing. If he's sending it, trying to get the attention, and garner for it, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like GT stated, everybody know Ryan Coogler got the stamp on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? That's why only way I could really see him, saying anything about it, you know what I mean, would be for that play to send that message, those people when he negotiating and saying like, yo, this is why I need this. That's what I would think.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna say the topic one more time. Hey, thank everybody, man, for tuning in, man. Definitely keep sharing it, liking it. Of course, I want to give a shout out to my wife too, Ella Calhoun, man. Definitely, man. All the hearts and likes, and she's sharing. Love you, baby. We just hit over 12,000 likes right now, man. So let's keep it up, man. Let's keep it going. All right, so the topic is this. So Tyler Perry did an interview where he said he called Ryan Coogler and he helped him set up that deal he got with Sinners. I'm talking about just the ownership aspect of it, the residuals, he helped them navigate that deal. And he got it locked down. Should Tyler Perry have just kept his mouth shut? Or was it okay for him to say that out to the world? And with me, I'm gonna say I think he should have kept his mouth shut. Hey man, I appreciate him 100%, but hey, like GT and a couple other guys were saying, Ryan Coogler, that was his vision. He made sure it happened, and it was a masterpiece, 100%. I'm gonna talk about how Denzel Washington helped out Chadwick Boseman. I'm gonna go from that. So Denzel, he helped Chadwick Boseman, be able to afford to go to acting school. 100%. He never told anybody about that. Chadwick told the world about it, how he was grateful. Like, hey, he wouldn't have been where he was at without Denzel. And you know what I'm saying? That's how it should have gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 100%. Like you were saying, let the person who received the information let him be able to brag about it. Let him put it out into the world, into the universe, let everybody know, like, look, I wouldn't be here without such and such. I appreciate you 100%. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to represent, I'm going to keep it going. That's integrity, that's honor, that's showing respect. So that's why I said, hey, he should have kept his mouth shut. But then again, hey, it could be an attention thing for Tyler. It could be just something like, hey, I'm trying to get this deal going for myself. This is what I did for somebody else. So I'm still going to be successful whatever I do anyway. Yeah, man. Like that, though. All right, I got one more topic. You know what I'm saying? So this is basically about just that passion that you have for your gift. Okay, that you really want to do in this world, that you are amazing at, and you know that. This is your passion. It's what you put on the world to do. All right. So, how do you balance, having that passion and that will to achieve something with your family? When, let's say, your spouse is like complaining, oh, you don't spend enough time with me. You're constantly over here trying to study this script. You're going to these acting classes, you're trying to better yourself. How do you balance that time? You know what I'm saying? Some people like to call her the other woman because in your spouse's mind, she may feel like that, like you're cheating on her. Or your kid's like, well, Daddy, where are you at? We need you to be here right now for us. I got a game. Why was you at my game? Well, I'm sorry, I had an audition. How do you balance that? That time between this is my gift, this is what I've been put on this world to do, but I got a family over here. Got a responsibility. What do y'all say?
Well, I'll take the lead on this one for now. So when I was in acting class back in 2017, I took both of my kids, Riley and Kendrick, with me, and they saw what I had to endure during the acting class, and they were in there like every Saturday. We would go to acting class, and it was like maybe 4 hour long, but the the coach, or should I say the person who was teaching the class, noticed that my kids were there with me every weekend, and he decided to do an acting class for the kids. So not only did they actually have their own acting class, but when they were done and it was time for the adults to have acting class, my kids were still in there and they was watching the adults. So my son and daughter was pretty much picking up on and absorbing everything because now they know how to do it from the kid side of it and they know how to do it from the adult side. So they know, okay, we're gonna be in here for some hours. So they're not bored because it's so much that they learning that they're in tune to it. So they're like, okay, now I see why Daddy here for like 6 hours a day on a Saturday, and we ain't out here doing this. Because if you ever see the movie 17 Days, both my son and daughter are in that movie. So it pays for me to have them with me so they can know, okay, this is what it takes. Even when we were filming 17 Days, my kids on set with me. We there all day long.
And now they can see for themselves, oh, so now I see what you're doing for 7 or 8 hours a day. Because can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, let me turn my Bluetooth just off on me. So they can see why I'm gone all day on a Saturday and they're not able to, go to the park or do this and do that because Daddy working. I'm working on my craft so that way when I get this big role, I can make some money and get you what you need, those new clothes, new shoes, or new bike or whatever. Because now I'm securing these roles. I'm making this money because this is my passion. I don't want to be stuck working a 9 to 5 job or doing what I do every day and knocking on doors selling internet. Like, over time it's going to get old. I really want to be in my passion and be full time with it. So now you see why I'm making the sacrifices that I'm making. So that way I don't have to be out here in the hot sun all day, every day, knocking doors when I can be in the studio shooting a movie. And then I can bring home that $1 million check and say, okay, it's time to pack everything up out this little 3 bedroom house because we about to get into this mansion over here on the other side of town with about 5 acres of land.
That's right. Talk that talk.
So
Okay.
when they know what the sacrifice is, even now, my fiance know what the sacrifice is because, excuse me, she's an actress as well. So she knows how it is when we're on set all day long. And we got to wait for this person to do their scene. And then we got to wait our turn for us to do our scene. She knows what it takes. She knows where if I got to travel out of town to go film something, she already know what it is. Either she coming with me or if she ain't got something else to do, she going to be here. But majority of the time, she going to be with me. So that way she going to know what's going down.
Hey, that's how it should be. 100%. All right. Hey Trey, you still there?
Oh yeah, I'm here, player.
All right, man. Go ahead, man. What you got to say?
Repeat the question again.
Oh yeah, no problem. All right, so the question is, basically, how do you balance, you know, that time between, your passion and your gift, what you want to do with your family? Spending time with your kids, spending time with your spouse. How do you balance that? How do you make sure they understand, like, look, daddy got comedy shows, you know what I'm saying? Daddy has to go on the road, daddy's, doing a 5-hour rehearsal, all that stuff.
Yeah, man. As you know, you and I were in a play together. So, we had to travel too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
man.
Atlanta and all that good stuff. So, my daughters, they grown now. But they didn't stay with me. But I mean, I got them like on weekends and stuff like that, or whatever. But sometimes I had to let them know I got to go out of town. I got stuff I got to do or whatever. But, me, besides the acting and stuff, I work doing construction and working at a McDonald's and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I always stayed busy. But far as this goes, man, I mean, all of us done been in plays or in different movies and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, man, it's hectic, man, to try to work around it. Like I would hate to be you. You know what I'm saying? Considering you got a family. See, I'm not married. I'm not married, and my children don't stay with me, so I got a little leeway. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty. So, but yeah, but I don't know, man. I mean, it went real hard for me as it, like I said, like it'll be for you. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I'm a single man, so I can maneuver a little bit better. And then the age my daughter is now, hell, I just give her a couple $100. She going by her way. You feel what I'm saying? She good. She don't even care. Like, hey, baby, you wanna go out to eat with me? No, but I need shoes I want. So you go ahead and give me that money. I'm like, all right, there you go.
Hey, is that easy for some people? There it is.
Yeah.
Got you. I got you. Don, what you got to say, man?
Yeah, man. It come down to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Um, sacrifices made in life, where, you have to essentially give up something to get something. You know what I'm saying? And so, um, and I don't really know if there's ever really a balance to that because it's what the moment requires. And you know what I'm saying? And so, from that aspect, you know what I'm saying? There might not be, you can't get that back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like using, because I was watching a documentary one time of the late, great Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? And, the work ethic that he put in and the time that he put in. Now, from my understanding, you know what I'm saying, he would make time to try to, when he was in town, traveling with the Los Angeles Lakers and, be able to take his girls to school and go back and work out and do this and do that. But I think he said even at one point, like, because you're dedicated to your craft, you're gonna miss, certain things that you can't ever get back. And so again, how do you weigh that and say there's a balance to that? I don't really think you can because it's what you're sacrificing in the moment to receive what you need or what might be the greater good or what might be, best for the family. And, what I'm saying, not having any kids, but, what I'm saying, as being a kid, when it was times when my mom had to, work 2 or 3 jobs and, what I'm saying, she had to put food on a table and things like that. And, sometimes she just, had to go off and do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I understood in the moment. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
done. Now some kids they might not be like, oh, this and that third, but also it's again, so how you use that. I use it, to say, okay, hey, look, because there's certain things in life that you might not want to do, but you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, hopefully people can get that understanding. And if they can't, you know, you just got to be real to it. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, look, you know what I mean? This was my decision to try to, you know, use my talent and use my gift. And again, I think, you know what I'm saying? If you got a supportive person in your life, you know what I'm saying, that you rocking with, they going to want to see you do your best to try to achieve your goals or, you know, your dreams and visions, because you're going to support one another. You know what I'm saying? So, but of course, kids will probably be a different aspect because, you know, they might not be of age to understand, you know, until they get, okay, hey, this is why, blah, 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 you know? So, but yeah, that's my take on it, G.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Hey, I'm taking notes, man. You know what I'm saying? I need all the advice I can get. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I'm gonna say the question one more time. Then, you know, I'm gonna talk a little bit about it. So, you know, the question is, you know, basically, how do you balance that time? You know, from your passion and what you really want to do in life, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, some people call her the other woman because she's taking you away from your family, taking you away from your spouse, from your children. So, you know, so it's like, you know, how do you balance that time? You know, so with me, you know, I'm married, I have 5 kids. You know, my oldest is 12, and then they go down to like 9. So 12, 11, 11, 10, and 9. So most of the time, you know, what's helped me out, saying what GT was saying, my kids, my family come with me anytime. You know, so when I did the episode with Collateral with Showtime Productions, and I was, you know, in one of their episodes, you know, my kids was in it with me. But they was in the audience. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they really are like understanding a little bit more, but it's still kind of like, okay, so like, Dad, are you famous yet? Because we see you on TV, but I see you still going to work. So I'm like, I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting there. I'm trying to push. And you know, my wife, she's been with me too. You know, we've been waiting in the car about 4 or 5 hours just for our scene to start sometimes. And I'm like, you know what? It's hard sometimes to be able with my kids in the car, like, look, this is what daddy has to do. Like Don, you said, that sacrifice. You know, that sacrifice is very important. But I gotta make it seem like, hey, it's a reason why I'm doing this. Come with me, understand my reason, be able to see my vision so we can achieve. You know, so okay, hey, I see P Styles. He came in. Good. Appreciate you, man. You can stay around, man. Hey, we'll get you on the end of this question. But yeah, man, yeah. So I mean, just that sacrifice and just being able to keep going. You know, in this industry, man, we hear no all the time. You know, I've been on millions of auditions, like, you know what? Man, that was great. And that was amazing, man. You really got something, but you're just not right for this part. Okay, okay, gotcha. No problem. We can keep in touch. Okay, cool. Another audition. Man, you know what, man? I like your look. You know what I'm saying, man? You seem like a warm person. You right for this part. You know what I'm saying? I love your headshot, but this just ain't the role for you. That's that sacrifice. I just went to Atlanta. Audition. People love me. Good energy, good vibe. But, oh, you're not right for this part. Okay. Okay. But you know what? Hey, got an extra part for you. Okay, cool. Let me be on set. Let me mingle, see what I can do. Maybe become a day player if I can, you know what I'm saying? Hey, make a loud noise. So, so yeah, man, it's just understanding where you are in life and where you want to go. Just got to just put that extra energy, that extra drive. You know. Y'all got any other topics? Those are the 4 I got right now.
No, Not for me. How many viewers we got?
We at 17,900.
Well, I can
Oh,
say
that's
I can say
wonderful.
this, James, from what you just said, you know, don't be discouraged when somebody say, "Well, hey, you got the look, but you ain't right for this part," because you never know. And I'm gonna throw some names out there since you just mentioned Pat Styles. Me and him go way back. Excellent producer. Cause you got the Pat Styles, you got the Johnny Sizemores, you got the Kel Whitesides and the Tangi Roseburrows and the Tyler Perrys. Just because somebody might not need you, you might get a call from Cedric Lewis, and he might need you in something. And you know, it's Ricky Prince. It's a lot of people around here that's doing some big things, and hats off to them. But you know, if you get turned down for something, that means something else is going to open up for you. So you got to always be positive and say, okay, well, I didn't get this role with him, but maybe you can, you know, just think about me in the future. And you might they might have something that's perfect for you, perfect for me, perfect for Don, perfect for Trey. You never know. Just always gotta don't ever burn your bridges with people because then you'll never get on with them and they might produce the next millionaire. You never know because it could be that one role that you play that might put their movie on top or put their production on top. Like, yo, did you see that guy that did that role? Like, he killed it. He the one made the movie. So
Facts.
so you never know. Don't hold yourself, you know, don't put yourself down because there's always a positive door that's gonna open up even now. Like the last thing I did was dating a narcissist and we finished that last November. So until something else come up, you know, keep your options open and hey, if somebody needs you, hey, go for it.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Sound good. Sound good.
And get your agent.
I do need one. You're right. I do. I do. Yeah, I got to
And
get back
if
on.
any of our viewers are agents and y'all are watching this, I need an agent. He need an agent. He need an agent, and he need an agent. So we are looking for some agents. Put us on.
Yes,
I
we
guess
are.
somebody watching, they probably got an agency and they gonna come up like Oprah Winfrey. You get an agency, you get an agent, you get an agent, you get an agent. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Throwing out there. You have not if you ask not.
That's true. Hey, words
All
have
right.
power.